Hi, this is Garrett Goggin of the Golden Portfolio. We have an election coming up, and no matter who wins, one thing's for certain. Reckless government spending will continue, and our dollar will lose even more value. Endless budget deficits and U.S. public debt outstanding at $35 trillion are not even a topic of debate. We don't even have a candidate that has even mentioned reducing government spending, and neither party represents a vote for fiscal austerity. Loss of purchasing power tied to rising debt and endless spending has been a constant trend for over 50 years, and it's not going to get better. It's going to get worse. Trump grew the debt by $8 trillion during his last term. Biden also grew the debt by $8 trillion. U.S. debt outstanding is $35 trillion, and it just increased $350 billion in the first week of October alone. That's equal to another $18 trillion debt over the next year. Now, Trump wants to abolish the income tax. Why not? Government prints as much as they want anyway. In fact, Trump loves debt. He built his real estate empire using debt to boost growth. According to the Nonpartisan Committee for a Responsible Federal Budget, spending will grow to nearly 30% of GDP under either candidate. Kamala plans to spend $1.6 trillion on climate change infrastructure money. If global warming's so bad, why does Obama own a 40-acre waterfront estate in Martha's Vineyard? You see, both sides have embraced modern monetary theory, MMT, espoused by Stephanie Kelton, a professor at Stony Brook and chief economist for the Democratic minority staff of the Senate Budget Committee. MMT states government budgets are different from an individual's P&L. U.S. can print money at any time, so the governments can never go bankrupt if they spend too much. MMT proposes creating more debt to drive the economy to generate more government revenue. Didn't you know that excessive spending and deficits are good now? According to Ms. Kelton, national debt is our savings. It's part of our wealth. With 30% of our GDP driven by the government, there's no turning back now. The government is now too big to fail, and our economy would crash into a massive deflationary house of cards if they tried to reduce spending. MMT believes inflation will remain low as long as government spending remains below the economy's capacity to produce goods and services, whatever that means. We all know this is nonsense. Inflation is driven by too many dollars. Even my 7-year-old son knows the more of something there is, the less it's worth. We see it every day in the loss of purchasing power of our hard-earned money. It costs $500 to buy groceries now. Most families struggle to put food on the table. Nobody can afford it. The US dollar has lost 99% of its value since 1912 due to unrestrained government spending. And spending is set to accelerate because the government is too large of a percentage of GDP to cut back. The dollar can continue to lose 20% per year and still never reach zero. If you ask me, this is absolute madness. It's not going to end well. I have a way you can protect yourself and profit at the same time. Gold has been a store of value for over 1,000 years, and that's not going to change anytime soon. But this isn't some large cap mining stock that trades at the same price it did 20 years ago. It's not gold bars or coins where you gotta haggle with the dealer every time you buy and sell. And it certainly isn't some scheme to transfer your IRA to some fly-by-night operator that can simply disappear with your hard-earned savings. You see, I'm a mining analyst. Gold has had a great year so far, but gold stocks are lagging behind. As gold rises, the miners' projects increase in value, but gold stocks have not reflected this rise. I'm seeing a massive opportunity right now in the stocks of some precious metal miners. Value opportunities abound, and I know how to find them. I dig through MD&As and financial statements all day long. It's not exciting, but that's how I find the under-the-surface value. I've been with Stansberry Research and Gold Stock Analyst for over 15 years. I have an MBA from Babson College, recently ranked number 2 in the US by the Wall Street Journal. I'm a chartered financial analyst, the gold standard of the financial industry. I have the intellectual horsepower to evaluate projects on a fundamental basis. And I just went independent to start the Golden Portfolio in order to bring you the truth by sharing the opportunities I discover. And I just broke the story of another massively undervalued opportunity. A gold developer that trades for 40 cents that's worth $10 per share. And this wouldn't be the first time for me to break a significant story in the sector. I was the first on board New Pacific Silver and predicted that silver sand would hold over 200 million silver ounces based on drilling results alone. I've been on the Silvercrest story for over a decade, where my followers realized a 9,000% return after it was just acquired by Core Mining. I was one of the only analysts to recommend New Market Gold that was taken up by Kirkland Lake, that was eventually acquired by Agnico, in the end, creating a 10,000% return for my followers. I have a select group of stocks that have outperformed their benchmarks by over 100% year to date, and they still have a long way to go. One of its members is up 233% year to date and is trading at about $1.80 per share. The current gold price has driven so much value into its underlying gold mine that my target price is now $6.20 per share, representing nearly 4x upside from here. The company is still trading at a 71% discount to fair value despite rising 200% plus already in 2024. As long as the government keeps spending, gold will keep rising. There's no top in gold because there's no bottom in the dollar. A new company I just recommended to my readers only trades for about 50 mil market cap, and it's worth $1.6 billion at $2,700 an ounce gold. You have the opportunity to swap 40 cents for a stock worth at least $10 per share. That's an all day long no-brainer. This is an incredible 25x opportunity for anyone that understands simple business. Please read below to learn more about this amazing opportunity and learn how to access these recommendations that represent a potential 2,400% return.